Hi Bond Bakers, and welcome back to my channel. You're with Nicole, and if you're new here, I share lots of delicious homestyle recipes as well as baking tips and tricks. Today, if you are looking for something lemon, if you're looking for something delicious, if you're looking for something slice, well, we are making lemon delicious slice, so let's get to it. My husband thinks I made up the name Lemon Delicious Slice, but it's like actually a thing. So yeah, I don't really know how to explain it anymore other than it's a delicious lemon slice called Lemon Delicious Slice. Lemon Delicious Slice is a bit of an old classic, but this one really is a cut above the rest because you have that beautiful base. It's sort of a traditional base, and then it's topped with that lemon center that's nice and tangy, and we're going to bake it and then let it set, and then at the end we're going to dust it in icing sugar, so you're going to get all of these different flavors coming through, and it's going to be incredible. I've split the ingredients a little bit by the base and then by the filling. So it looks like there's a lot of ingredients, but there's actually not very many. It's just because I've had to place them out to show you. But if you're just going straight into the bowl, you can actually get this recipe together really quite quickly. So let me show you what you are gonna need. For the base, we have some melted butter, and I've also got a little bit of vanilla essence in here as well. Then this is some corn flour, caster sugar, and then all-purpose flour. For the base, we have some lemon juice, some lemon rind, all-purpose flour, caster sugar, and then some eggs. And then this here is the icing sugar, which we're going to use at the very end to dust it with. I also have here a sieve, a couple of mixing bowls, some whisks, and wooden spoon, and then I have a baking tin here, a rectangular one, which I have just lined with some parchment paper. And if you want to know how to do that, I do have a video up on my channel about how to line different baking tins, so check it out. But this one here has just got a bit of oil and some parchment paper on it. My oven is also preheating to a moderate temperature, 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's get straight into the base. So grab your melted and cooled butter here, straight in. Then grab your caster sugar, straight in as well. Now, we can give this a little bit of a whisk. Our sugar has started to dissolve into that butter, so that's great. Grab your sieve here and then put in your flours. So your corn flour and your all-purpose flour. All right, just get all of this flour into that mix, and we're just gonna use the sieve here because it just refines that flour and it's gonna make it easier to work with. And you're not gonna get any of those big flour clumps either. Grab your wooden spoon now and then combine it all. And it's gonna start to form a dough-like texture. And we're just going to combine until all of that flour has been worked in. So when it starts to come together like this, we can put it straight into our pan here. Now we're going to try and evenly spread this on the base of our baking tin. So grab the back of your wooden spoon or the back of a spatula and just start working it out. I've just quickly changed to a spatula just because it's easier to work with for this, I find. So just keep working out this dough so that, try and get it so that all of the base has a little bit. So my baking tin here is probably a little bit too big, but I am determined to make it work. So just keep massaging the dough until it meets all of the sides. There we have it. So a little bit of the base all over. This one is probably a little bit too big, so if you can go smaller, do that. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to massage it for a little bit longer. And we're gonna bake this now in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. So let's see how it goes. While that is baking, let's do our filling. So this one's easy. Grab your bowl, grab your eggs, get them in, give them a whisk. Great, now in goes the rest of your wet ingredients. So go your juice, lemon juice, and your rind. Make sure that there's no lemon seeds in there. Now you can add your caster sugar. And then I like to whisk this just before we add our flour. Last but not least, add this one in and give it a good whisk as well. I'm just whisking my mixture here to get rid of the majority of any of those flour clumps. So we want it as smooth as possible. Now we have a little bit of time just to wait. So we've got our filling ready to go, our base is in the oven. Once that comes out, we're going to drizzle this on top and we're going to bake it for 15 minutes. Take it out of the oven and then let it cool, and it'll start to set a little bit more as well. And then we can dust it with icing sugar and we're done. While we have some time to bake and wait, it is the perfect time for me to share with you all a reading or a positive mantra. And as you know, I love to do this just to send out all of the good vibes to you. The quote that I found for you today is, "Behind every successful person, there's a lot of unsuccessful years." That is a quote by Anonymous, and I think it is just one of those quotes that really does remind you, you know, it's easy to compare yourself to someone who might have something that you don't or be quite successful, but it is just a reminder that how long did it actually take for them to get to that point? I'm sure that there was a lot of hard work and dedication over the years. Nothing easy happens overnight. We're all at a different stage in the journey. Don't compare yourself to anyone else and stick to it. You can do it. It's back to baking. Smells delightful already. So I have taken out this base after 15 minutes. If you had a smaller baking tin and you had more of the base kind of in height, then it probably will need a little bit longer. But because I've had to do mine quite thin, this is long enough, because we're going to continue to bake it once this goes in as well. Now our filling here can get drizzled all over this base, so go straight ahead and pour it all on. Shiny, delicious and lemony. It's gonna have a really nice tart flavor to it. It's going to be beautiful. Back in the oven now, 15 minutes, 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're on the home stretch now. Oh yeah, it looks the goods, it smells the goods. Oh, amazing. Now, we have to let it rest for a little while, because if we were to just put the icing sugar on it now, it would just dissolve really quickly. So be patient and let it cool a little bit. So I'll just show you what has happened. So if I were to touch this, which is the lovely lemon filling, it is all solid now. My slice here is nice and cool, so I'm going to give it a little kiss with some sugar, some icing sugar here. Just give it a little sprinkle all over the top, and then we're gonna have a slice for ourselves. To get this out of the pan, I'm just going to run my knife down the sides here. Just loosen it up a bit. Get this slice loosey-goosey. Just gonna move this off to the side for a second here. There's icing sugar everywhere, that's okay. Give this a little bit of a wiggle. Make sure everything is lifting as it should be. Yeah, it's a little bit stuck here. Get that knife again. All right, it's lifting now, so up we go. Nice. Gonna cut myself off a bit. Just this little bit on the side here. Oh yeah. So we have this nice crumbly little bit of base there. Then we've got that filling, so it's nice and soft and tart and tangy. And then we've got that sprinkle of icing sugar. I love lemon, which is amazing. This doesn't look like a super fancy slice at all, but honestly, the flavor is that good. You're just gonna make it time and time again. The lemon is really nicely balanced throughout. It's not overpowering. It's just that hit that you want. Not too subtle, not too strong. And then the bits of the base just really complement it nicely with a little bit of sugar on top. And so easy. So there you go, my Bond Bakers. If you are looking for something absolutely delicious, super easy to eat, it's not too overpowering and makes a beautiful dessert or morning or afternoon tea, try this lemon delicious slice. It really does live up to its name. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I really hope that you love this recipe. And if you do like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell as well because I have a new video coming out every single week. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.